Hello Gunners! Welcome to the Arsenal News channel. Check out the latest updates from Arsenal straight from the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal legend worried about front three. Thierry Henry has admitted he has questions about Arsenal's attack in comparison to their Premier League title rivals. The North Londoners currently sit second in the table, 1 point behind league leaders Liverpool. Meanwhile, third-placed Aston Villa are 2 points off the top, with Manchester City fourth, 5 points off the pace. But Henry is still unsure about the Gunners' front three of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli, who have scored just 9 league goals between them this season. If you take the front three that have been playing the last 2 Premier League games, and more often than not, Henry told CBS Sports, you think of Leandro Trossard on the bench. But if you think of the front three of Man City, Liverpool, Aston Villa and Tottenham and look at our front three, you can take it 2 ways. You are saying, as an Arsenal fan, you are a second in the table, and the front three that maybe didn't play all the time. We are 9 goals in total so far this season, so if we ever start to score goals, then we can win this league. Or you are saying, if they stay at the same pace, then it's going to be difficult to win the Premier League. You need to find a way to score goals and kill teams. I hope as an Arsenal fan, they can reach that level. Vermeeren rated at £17 million. Royal Antwerp's 18-year-old midfielder Arthur Vermeeren is reportedly being watched by Arsenal, Tottenham, Barcelona, and Borussia Dortmund. It's claimed the twice-capped Belgian could move on for around £17 million in January. Vermeeren strengthened his reputation with a second-minute opener in Wednesday's 3-2 Champions League defeat of Barca. Arteta vs Brighton. Mikel Arteta talks about the prospect of facing Brighton this weekend. See what he said.
And then just finally, what have you made of Brighton's start to the season? They're 9th in the table and 10 points behind Arsenal at the moment.
I think they've been really good. I think they have taken another level. They play European football. They've been really successful. You could see last night against what they did. They've done that after selling players, after a lot of injuries. So huge credit for them, for Roberto, coaching staff, the club, what they're doing, because he's really impressive.
Okay, and the next question is just simply, why are Brighton such a bogey team for Arsenal? Because they have a habit of beating you once a season. So what is it they do specifically to cause you so many problems? Because they are really good. They have really good players. The way of playing is very specific and cause you problems, and it takes you to a game that it's very specific, and they were efficient. After efficiency in football is key, and on that day they were more efficient than us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kiwior exit claims dismissed. Claims in Italy that Arsenal are happy to offload Jakub Kiwior have met with widespread skepticism. Forza Roma say intermediaries have offered the Poland centre-back to AS Roma. They suggest an offer arrived recently from London about the ex-Spezia star, which Roma found tempting. Arsenal only bought the 23-year-old in January this year for around £21.5 million. An injury-hit AC Milan have been linked with a loan approach for Kiwior. But most reports have insisted the Gunners still have faith in his development, and that, at the very least, a January departure is unlikely. Thomas Partey has sent an Arsenal injury return message to Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta could welcome back another key Arsenal star from injury over the busy December period. Emile Smith-Rowe made his return in the Champions League against PSV earlier this week, and he could soon be joined back on the training pitches by Thomas Partey. The midfielder has missed the last 6 weeks with a groin issue, but a video has recently emerged showcasing Partey stepping up his rehabilitation. In his absence, Gabriel Magalhaes was restored to the starting 11, with Jorginho enjoying more frequent minutes in midfield with Declan Rice deployed in an advanced role. Club captain Martin Odegaard also missed some action with a hip injury and concussion, although he has since returned to form a midfield 3 with Kai Havertz and Rice. With the midfield injury issues improving, as highlighted by Emile Smith-Rowe returning in the Champions League clash against PSV earlier this week, Arteta's latest update on Partey was a promising one. "We don't know," Arteta said when asked if he could be available to face Liverpool 2 days before Christmas. "He's getting a very good evolution in the injury, but it's a bit early for the time frame. That would be incredibly fast if he's able to do that. We're going to have to wait. We are quite short, with 5 key key players not being available for us now for a period of time. But we have to continue. Partey's qualities would be extremely useful to have for the clash at Anfield. However, a return in the new year is more likely. But again, he will likely be unavailable for Arsenal in the early months of 2024. Villarreal is reportedly expressing interest in Arsenal defender Cedric Suarez. The Portuguese star has become a marginalised player at the Emirates, seldom getting the opportunity to play, even in the latter part of matches. With expectations of leaving Arsenal at the end of the season, Suarez may be headed to Spain, as reports from 0-0 suggest that Villarreal is keen on acquiring him. The Spanish club needs a new, experienced right-back and sees Suarez as a player who can deliver top-notch performances for them. Given that Arsenal is committed to improving, it appears unlikely for Suarez to secure a place back in the team. Consequently, Arsenal is not expected to impede his potential move to Villarreal if he chooses to consider their interest, particularly during the January transfer window. Suarez is not one of our key players, and we are more than happy to allow him to leave the club in January. If he wants to play football regularly again, we expect him to push for the move to Spain and revive his career, even if it means taking a pay cut to make the transfer happen. But if he stays behind, he will continue to play fewer minutes and run down his deal at the Emirates. Well, folks, those were today's news. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay informed about everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.